The best part of my job is meeting remarkable people. I look forward to placing amazing candidates into exciting careers every day. Outside of work, I have a passion for health and nutrition. A few years ago, I discovered the many health benefits of homemade bone broth. It's wellness in a cup and a great alternative to coffee. I thought it'd be fun to share a cup of broth with some of the amazing people I'm meeting with. So that's what we're doing. We're showcasing our work, wellness, and human connection over a steaming cup of broth. I'm Virginia Polly, and this is Recruiter at Home Drinking Broth. Hello, everybody. I just finished preparing this delicious chicken broth to share with my very first guest, my good friend, Paul Zikopoulos. Paul is an amazing and dynamic leader who is recognized as a big data and AI expert. Paul has written and published over 350 articles and 20 books. I chose Paul for this episode because, as you will see, he's truly an engaging and inspiring person. This broth is being delivered to Paul's house tomorrow. Hi, Paul. How are you?
Virginia, how are you? It's great to see you.
So how is it? How's the broth?
The broth is awesome. So first off, I went with my family and I asked my wife and my daughter, let's pick a mug to drink this broth when you told me it was coming. And so my wife said, well, we should get naughty is the new nice.
That's hilarious. Love it. Love it.
Because it's Christmas. And then I was having a bit of a bad day. So this is my favorite mug when things don't quite go right. It says, all for fuck's sakes, and then the pockets, right? So, and then my daughter, being the sweetheart that she is, said, you should have a cup that says, I'm not yelling, I'm Greek.
I love it.
I'm sure you can appreciate that. But we ended up with your broth. It's right here. I was sipping it, and I'm going to take a sip right now. And it is amazing. I have to tell you, what's in it?
What I prepared for you is a classic chicken broth with a twist. So I always, when I make the broth, start with the very best ingredients. It's spring water with organic chicken bones, chicken wings, and chicken feet. That's the main base of this broth. What our body pulls from those feet nutritionally is pure magic. It's what makes the bone broth jiggle when it cools, and it gives it that silky smooth texture when it's warmed up. And then did you also put in the add-in that I included in the package?
I did. I saw something that says citrus, ginger, and zinger. I don't know what zinger is, but I was going to ask you about what was this stuff I was adding in.
So I picked that zinger specifically for you because it's packed with personality. I wanted to give the broth like an extra punch of flavor. So it's freshly grated ginger, orange, and lemon zest with a splash of ginger juice and parsley. One of the reasons I picked broth is because it represents, like for me, health and wellness. Can you tell us about something you're doing to take care of yourself?
Yeah, you know, I believe from the bottom of my heart that health is wealth, right? And before anything else, and we often forget about that. And I thought it would be simple. When I found out in March that, hey, Paul, you're no longer on the road traveling, I was like, I'm going to get in the best shape, the best health I could possibly get in. It's a lot harder than you think. Yeah. And so I was like, you know what, during COVID, I'm going to lose like 10 pounds by the end of the year. That was my goal. I have like 14 more to go. So it hasn't been going very well. And so I started thinking about it. Boy, you really got to commit to a plan. It doesn't come naturally, whether it's to prepare to eat right, or I work from home and I'm sitting at my desk and I have to get out and about. Like I have to remember to walk. So this morning, got up at 7 o'clock at -7. Winter is here and I went out for an hour walk. So I guess what I'm doing is really creating more of a structured schedule because the natural evolution of the day doesn't get me out and about doing the things I need to do for my health. It gets me on a lot of video calls, but it doesn't do that part.
And how about at work? Are you and your colleagues doing anything to keep balanced and avoid screen fatigue?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, one of the things I did, and I lead a very large organization, was create a new edict or an ethos, if you will. We've already bonded as a unit. We're going to bond even more. So we had a surprise pizza lunch. Virginia, I ordered 40 pizzas for my direct reports to their houses. That must have taken me 4 hours, by the way, online. But we have virtual bingo games. We have costume parties. We have check-ins. I call every employee I got every now and again just to see how you doing and stuff like that. So I think that's what we're doing to really feel like we're a team.
Big data and cognitive systems. Talk to us a little bit about what you do, about AI. Why do we need to be interested in this area of tech?
Whenever any new technology comes along in Virginia, we tend to overhype it in the next 2 years. And AI is there. Everybody talks about AI in their product. Half those products don't even have AI when you know what AI is.
Yeah.
But we do tend to underestimate the enormous inflection point or impact 5 to 10 years down the road. And AI is really about applying learned technology and pattern recognition to 3 areas. One is prediction, the other is optimization, and the other is automation. And when you think about it in those 3 angles, the breadth of AI to fundamentally change the way we operate is huge. And I guess if you're looking for a point in time, some people say it's the new electricity or whatever. But if you're an Apple fan and you know Steve Jobs, he once said that a computer is the bicycle for a mind.
Right.
And I think that's what AI is for analytics. So if the computer is a bicycle for the mind, AI is the bicycle for analytics.
Actually, I wanted to ask you about your book, The AI Ladder. This is your 20th book, which is really amazing.
Yeah, thank you.
I read this last night.
Oh, that's impressive. I hope you enjoyed it. Listen, that AI Ladder came out of the need that I felt was to cut through the hype and get to not data scientists, but business practitioners like yourself and myself to understand how AI will fundamentally change the landscape of business. So that's what that book's designed to do, give business people a handbook to get AI off the ground.
You've done a ton of career speaking and writing. Tell us a few of your favorite key messages to inspire the people tuning into this series.
I think I would say for your day, and because time is a gift, that your days are one the night before.
Yeah.
So before every evening, I go to bed and I have a list of the things that I want to get done, but I will prioritize with supreme clarity. Here are 3 things I can do today that when I look back at this day, because it's going to go left, it's going to go right, will be a successful day. So you don't have those days where you're like, I got nothing done.
Yeah.
And finally, I'll share some career advice. My daughter was this champion horseback rider and said, okay, let's go find you a horse. I want you to tell me what you want in a horse. And she came up with this value system. And her value system was, I want the horse to be very loving. I want the horse to be safe. It's got to be able to jump. I want it to live a long time. And I want it to win. I want to know if it can win. So winning's number 5 in a priority. So we go buy this horse. She goes out the next year and she doesn't do so well. And she's upset. And we pull this list out that I kept. And I said, where is winning on your list? It's at the bottom of your list, Chloe. And then it went off on me. And I was like, I got to apply this to career advice. And so here's my list for you. You can write it down. We'll throw it up on the screen. What are you looking for in your career? So I think I start with personal growth, right? Work-life balance.
Mm-hmm.
A title. I've met some people like, I don't even care if I get promoted. I just want to be called the vice president. Trust me, that's not what you want to put at the top of your list, but it's your list to me. Do you kind of love what you do? And do I make money and make lots of money or whatever your targets are? You put them in order for yourself. You write them down. You check them every month. They're going to change. Probably the best career advice out of an hour of career advice I could give you is that one. Get your value system in order and keep it checked to your ethos.
Hugely valuable career advice. Thanks for sharing that. So Paul, I really enjoyed talking to you today, and thank you so much for sitting down with me this afternoon. Are you feeling healthier from the broth?
I feel healthier from the broth and this conversation. Like I said, health is wealth, and happy holidays, Merry Christmas to you and your viewers.
Thank you, Paul. Thanks so much.